Hello everyone, in today's video we will be going through the process of installing Python in Windows environment. So let's get to it. Before we get started, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please take a second right now and click the subscribe button so that the next time I make a similar video you will be notified. So let's get started. Like I mentioned, in this video we will be going through the process of installing Python to Windows environment. And the Python version that we will be installing is the latest one in this case. So let's get started. What's the process of doing that? Okay, so right here in Windows I have my command line open, and if you don't have that, all you have to do is go here and just search CMD and it will pop up. Okay, so maybe I'll just use the second one here and close the other one. Okay, so what is the first thing that you need to do? The first thing you need to do is confirm if you have Python installed in your environment, and the command for doing that is Python. So for me, if you just enter Python, for me currently I do have Python, and the version I have installed is 3.10, and currently the latest one that we have is 3.12. So for you, you may not have this one. You may not have you may not get anything here. Most likely it might tell you that if you have never installed Python before, it might tell you that the Python command is not recognized. So that means that you either need to install it or you need to set the path in the environment variables so that the command line is able to recognize this command called Python. So let's go ahead and install the latest one. So for me, for you to do that, or for us to do that, what we need to do is go to your favorite browser, and our favorite browser right now is Chrome. And once you're there, just type Python download, and the first link that you will see most likely will be this one, this www.python.org. Click that one, and then it automatically recognizes our machine or the environment that we're using. So right now it recognizes that we're using Windows, so it gives this one by default, and the one that we want to download is Python 3.12. This is the latest one right now. Maybe depending on whenever you watch this video, this could be a different version, but this is as of 2023 October. The version is 3.12. I think this one came out recently. If we see at the release notes, they released this one on October 2nd, so this is very recent. This is early this month. Okay, so all we have to do is click download, and then once that is downloaded, you will see it up here. All you have to do is double click that, and then here it is saying that it's going to install this Python. So there are a few options here. The first one here is if you install this, if you choose this one, the install now, it will install everything including idle, pip, and documentation. And the where it's going to install this Python is the directory, so keep note of this if you're going to choose the default one. But for me, I'm going to customize it, so I'll click the second option, but you can go with the first one and you'll be fine. So I'm going to check the customize installation, and here these are the features that we will get if we go with this customize one. We get pip installed, idle installed, and Python test suite. So I'll click next, and then here it is saying that there are some other options, including add Python to environment variables. I will skip this, but I will add the first one here, to install Python for all users. Basically, this is installing Python globally in your environment. So when you choose this option, you'll see down here that it is going to change the path where it's installing, and now it's installing it in program files. So we'll choose that, and you can choose to do this one if you don't want to go through the additional step of setting the environment variables yourself. If you choose this step, it's going to automatically add it to your environment variables, and then now you don't have to set the variables path after you install it. But for me, because I want to show you the process of doing that, I'm going to skip this one and then go ahead and install it. So I'm going to click yes, and it is going to install our Python. So this might take some time. So let's run. Okay, so it has successfully been installed, and all you have to do right now is just click close. Okay, and now let's do one thing. How do we confirm that it's been installed? So the first thing that we can do is we can navigate to that folder where it was going to install it. So that one is in Windows, Program Files, and we should see Python somewhere here, right here. This is Python, and this was just installed today around this time. So click in there, and here you will see Python now here is installed. You'll see the Python command here, and if you go to scripts, you'll see additional commands as well. So we have pip and pip3 installed and pip312 as well. So let's go to CMD now and see if we can be able to see if that function has been installed. So if I scroll up and execute that, you will see it is still reading as 310. Even after I close this and launch CMD again, I don't think it is reading from 312 yet. Okay, so it is still reading from the previous one that was there. So I want it to read the current one. And again, this is only for me because I already had Python installed. For you, if you did not have Python, then most likely you will get a different results here. So to be able to see or to switch, basically to switch to the latest version, what we want to do is go ahead and point that in our environment variables. Point to the latest version in our environment variables. So the way to do that, basically what we want to do is we go here to our installation folder right here, right? So just click up here and you want to copy that. So copy that, just copy that. And then the next thing you want to do is go to environmental variables. Just look for environmental variables down here and navigate. So once you're here, just go to edit variables, and then here we have two ways of setting this. We have the one only for user. That means that it's just my user, and if somebody else was to create an account in this PC and use it, they will not be able to see Python. But I want to install this globally so that all the users that will be logged into this laptop will be able to interact with Python. So we will be choosing the second option for that, the system variables. So I'm going to go here and we want to set it in path right here. So click that and just click new. Actually, just let's do edit. So let's do edit so we can see all of the other variables that we've set. So these are the other variables I've set before. And the next thing we want to do here is just click new. At the bottom here, paste that path. So this is the path that we got from here, right here. So paste that, and now when you do that, we will be getting these are the commands that we will be able to interact with: the Python and Python NW. I don't know what this is. Python W. So we will go ahead and add one more, and the one we want to add is also we want to be able to interact with pip. So we want to go one folder down to scripts, and here we have pip and pip312 and pip3 as well. So we want to also add this one to our environmental variables. So we'll do here add and paste that. So what this will do is this one, the first one here, will let us interact with Python, and then the second one will let us interact with pip. So say if there is something that we wanted to install using pip, then this is where we set it so that we can use it in our command line. So I'm going now to click OK, and then OK, and then now you will see again, if you come here and type Python, actually we can do fashion in this case, you will see that it is still pointing to 310. The reason for that is this window was open when we were setting the environmental variables, so it's not going to recognize it. So for you to be able to do that, we have to open a new CMD window. Okay, so I'm going to open another one here. Okay, and now if you type Python fashion, we should be able to see the latest one. See that? 312 right here. Okay, so that means that we have correctly set our environmental variables now to point to the latest Python fashion. Okay, the previous one was this one, and now we have downloaded and installed the latest one. So from now on, now we can run our programs and it will be running in this latest fashion. Okay guys, that is the process of installing Python in Windows environment. So I hope that was helpful, and again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please take a second and click the subscribe button now. I will be making a number of videos that touch on Python and cloud computing, databases, MySQL, and a number of other topics that are related to IT in general. So if you want to stay updated, please do subscribe so that you can be updated. Okay guys, thank you very much. That's what I wanted to show you today. Bye bye.